Alright, I can't tell if this is recording or not. There we go. My camera software is messing up. Let's give it a second to catch up. Okay, I think it's starting right now. It's December 8th. My hive is now in my greenhouse. I don't have a door on the greenhouse yet. And I still have little holes in the other three corners that I haven't finished I haven't made an inspection in weeks and weeks and weeks, so I'm just taking a peek. You can see in here that they're totally full of honey everywhere. I'm not going to break them both down. I know the bottom one was full before. An interesting thing, the bees have migrated on their own to the corner over here, which would be the warmest part of the greenhouse. So they're enjoying the effects of the radiation or the heat from the sun. My top boards that I installed, I got no honey out of my top boards when I put them in at the end of the year, and I kind of had a feeling I would never get anything out of them till this coming season. Kurt made up some steel brackets that we put on the beehives, and then we just slipped some pieces of steel pipe I had in there and carried them in there. It was really heavy, so the hive is definitely loaded with honey. The bees are a little aggressive today, but it might be more or anything that I just don't have a suit on. But I'm going to go ahead and put the lid back on. And I'm going to call it good to go for today. And then it's been a while since I shot a video inside of the greenhouse. A couple of weeks ago I put the tanks in, and I still have to level them out, and they haven't been plumbed yet. The fittings are all here finally. This is going to be the gate for the door. I'm just going to put that up there today. I bought some hinges the other day and I cannot figure out where I hid them from myself. Actually, they might be right there. No, I don't know where. I'll just go buy some more. This is what a tank looks like before it's cut up, and then that's what they look like when they're chopped up. You can see there's bees all over inside the greenhouse. They love this warm weather in the wintertime, and it's substantially warmer in the greenhouse even with the door off than it is outside. They're not even really looking like they're attempting to fly outside. I've only seen a couple bees out there. So I expect the hive's going to do really well throughout the winter in here. Where are we at on this? I got a list of crap to do in here. But the double wall is inflated right now. You can see how it bubbles out. In fact, I'll walk out here and just shoot a shot of it. So it's all inflated all the way around. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. It's coming along about a third of the speed that I expected, but I have a lot of other projects going on with the Mokai and doing some of the Geo Metro car up for sale, and God, even I've been behind weeks and weeks on that. This is all the black foam that we were originally going to put on all the pipes before the plastic went on, but it turns out that we believe they're made out of polyethylene, and everybody says if you put the plastic UV material on a polyethylene greenhouse plastic, that it creates a chemical reaction and ruins the plastic. And it's so much work to put plastic on this greenhouse, I don't want to take any chances. Come on, nobody sting me, relax. And the bees have only been in here I think 2 or 3 weeks now. So they're just starting to take on a new It's weird. We're not having a real harsh winter. I'm starting to think that maybe they think that it's springtime in here. I hope that there's the downside of putting the bees in here isn't wiping them out. And yeah, so the next thing to do in here is get the pumps plumbed in, and then take and I'm building 4 tables that are about 3.5 feet wide, and they're about 18 feet long, and those tables will go in here. Maybe I can show you with my hands here. These poles are 5 feet apart. That door's 5 feet wide. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be a 3.5, and it'll give us an aisle in between them. And the tanks, or the tables, will just be grow beds, and they'll just come out here so there's still room to walk around them. And I can't remember what it gives us. 3 times 18 is 30, 100, 200. I don't remember what it is. It's a lot of square footage of grow area, and then in every tank, every one of these tank tops can have grow media put in it, or if they have fish in the tank, they'll have the babies up here. I think that was the idea. I still think it's the idea. And then I might just put a divider in here, maybe a piece of expanded metal, some stainless or aluminum in here, and maybe keep a male over here or a female over there. It just depends on what I can do for water temperature regulation. You can't shock them every night when the sun goes down. And look at all the bees on the wall up there. I don't know how good this this thing's not HD. I can't wait till summertime comes when the condensation goes out of the roof. There's vents up at the top. It just doesn't seem to be working all that well. But I haven't had it hot in here yet. And we're going to get there in a bit. That's an electric furnace I was going to use for my backup emergency heat, and I think I've changed my mind on that. And yeah, and I'm out of sugar. I need 25 pounds of sugar so I can make up a few gallons of food for the hive. Also something, and I'm just kind of blabbering on here because it's mostly just notes for myself, but I need to bleach this stuff out, so I'm going to go in the house and I got a spray bottle full of bleach and clean up where it's starting to get a little moldy inside there. And in my ear, I'm listening to Bubba Botanical's podcast, and he's back in September, and he's telling me that I should have a 1/2-inch hole drilled in the front here so I can get a convection of air that travels in underneath and comes out here, and it allows the moisture to leave the hive. I'm sure that's a big deal when it's outside. I think it might change now that I'm indoors. But I'm gonna get a drill bit, and I think I'm gonna drill it out the size of a wine bottle cork because I've got some of those in the house. And then I'll put the wine bottle cork in, and I can take it in and out, and depending on if I really want it plugged or not, if I can see a difference. And I'm sure the bees have enough honey to make it through the season, so I'm not worried about them. That's why I'm on the fence of not filling up their sugar feeder that holds 4 gallons. And the bees right now, they do a metamorphosis change, something to the effect, I'm not 100% sure how it works, but they change from summer bees to winter bees. So they change how they function. Like in the summertime, they're taking care of their brood or their babies, and in the wintertime, they're not. And they eat a different ratio of food in the winter than summertime. In the springtime, it's like a 1-to-1 if you were mixing it up with sugar. And in the winter, it's more of a 2-to-1, and that's 2 parts sugar to 1 part water. More denser, thicker. The problem with feeding them sugar water, and like I said, mine have honey, or have enough honey in the supers for them to make it. But if you had to feed them sugar water, there's just no nutrient level, or no minerals, no vitamins. Not sure what the correct terminology is for it. But I'm going to set the camera down here. I'm just wiping the lens off. It looks like it's fogged up. Oh, it is. I had this in my boat, and I think there's moisture in my camera. I need to take it inside and pull the covers off and let it dry. Alright, well, I'm going to get out of the hive here. The sun's going to set in a little while, and I want them to be able to build some heat back up.